Hello children, we are on lesson 2, structure of atom, chemistry class 11. Till now you have gone through few important topics of this lesson, that is the electromagnetic spectrum, electromagnetic radiations, types of spectrum, and also came to know about the hydrogen spectrum. So the main concept that is going to arise now is the Bohr's model. So the development of Bohr's model deals with the two main concepts, that is the particle nature and the wave nature. So now you have gone through the wave nature part. One of the very main topic is electromagnetic radiation, and now we are talking about the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiations. So this concept was basically given by the Planck's quantum theory, and Max Planck in 1900 has given this theory, which was later on extended by Einstein. So the theory was given by Planck but was extended by the scientist Einstein. So some of the main points which explain the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation, as we are talking about the dual nature. So the particle nature is explained by using the Planck's theory with few of the main concepts. As when we talk about the first point of this theory, the radiant energy is emitted or absorbed continuously, is not absorbed not continuously, but discontinuously. Remember the word discontinuously here. The radiant energy or the energy of the radiation is emitted or absorbed not continuously but discontinuously in the form of small discrete packets of energy. So there are small packets of energy which are considered here, and each of this packet is known by the name of quantum. So each bundle, each packet of energy is given the term quantum. But we also know that the sun energy is also a radiant energy. So now in case of sun, in case of light energy, actually we are talking about the light energy. So if we are talking about the light energy, then these quantums of energy, these packets of energy are given a new term, that is photon. So in all the other cases we will be using the term quantum. But when we are talking especially about the light, then we will use the term photon. So both are having nearly the same meaning, but the main concept is if we are using the term light, then we will use the term photon. Now, when we are talking about the radiant energy, so these are having the energy associated in the form of particles. So what is the value of each of the energy bundle? So according to Planck's, each of the energy bundle is having the energy associated directly proportional with frequency. The energy of each quantum is directly proportional to the frequency. Now, frequency, the symbol is nu and the unit is hertz. So E is directly proportional to nu, and when we remove the sign of proportionality, we get a constant that is known as H, the Planck's constant. And the value of the Planck we have to learn here, that is H Planck's constant, which is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Dear students, you must remember this value, because in the numericals, if it is not supplied, since it is a constant value, you must be knowing it. Now, let us consider that there is not only a single packet or single bundle of energy, there are large number of bundles of energy. So in that case, the total amount of energy, how can we calculate the total amount of energy? Simply applying the unitary method. If one bundle is having h nu energy, then n bundles will be having energy equal to nh nu. So the same fact applies here. If we are having n numbers of bundles, then E is given as nh nu. And we also know that nu can be substituted by C upon lambda. So E is equal to nh C upon lambda. Remembering the value of C, it is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So the main thing that you must remember now, one of the note point related to this topic, is that energy is inversely related to lambda. Okay, so if a radiation is having lambda, if a color wavelength is having lambda very high, so its energy will be low, and the same is the case with vice versa. So if we are having lambda violet less than lambda red, so what does it mean? It means the energy of violet, the photon of violet light will be having more energy, because the wavelength of violet is less, so its energy is going to be high. Now, some of the numericals associated with this topic, let us continue with it. So first formula is E is equal to h nu, E is equal to hc upon lambda, and for number of particles present, we will be using E is equal to nh nu, where n is an integer depending upon how many bundles are there. So now we will move towards the next part of this Planck's theory, that is applying in, the theory in numericals. Okay, students, get ready for the numericals and side by side do it in your copy also. Now, the first numerical. Calculate the frequency and energy of a photon of radiation having wavelength 6000 Armstrong. So don't forget to write the given values in the beginning. That is, lambda is equal to 6000 Armstrong. Here you must be knowing about the conversion factors also. When we are using 6000 Armstrong, it will be equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Okay, now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate frequency. The other thing that we have to calculate is energy. We know the meaning of all the terms as well as their related formulas. So in order to calculate nu, C is equal to nu lambda. So what we can use here? Nu is equal to C by lambda. C, 3 into 10 to the power 8. What is lambda? 6000 into 10 to the power minus 10. So we can solve this value, we can get the value and also the answer as, but don't forget to write the units also. In this case, what we will get is 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. Okay, now we have to calculate energy also. So simply use E is equal to h nu. The value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. What is the value of frequency? You just calculated it. 5 into 10 to the power 14. Multiplying both these values and solving the power of 10 also, we will get the answer as, simple answer, 3.3125. 3125. And what is the unit of energy? It is joule. So both the parts can be calculated. The C, that is in frequency, the nu, that is the frequency part, and also the energy which is in the joule. So nu, 5 into 10 to the power 14. And what about E? 3.325 into 10 to the power. We will substitute the value of 10 also. That is 3.325 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So don't forget to put the things properly along with it. Okay, now both the answers are available here. The second thing that you can do is the other one. You can highlight that part of your answer. Now in question number 2, calculate the energy of a mole of photon of radiation. We have to calculate energy this time for mole of photon, energy for mole. Remembering the term mole. Mole, 1 mole is having the value equal to particles, Avogadro number of particles, and these particles are 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So E for 1 mole has to be calculated. This is the question mark here. Now, the other thing that you are supposed to solve is the E in terms of nu. So we all know that the formula of E in terms of nu is E is equal to h nu. What is the value of nu here? The value of nu is given as 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. So substituting the value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. The value of nu is 5 into 10 to the power 14. The value comes out to be approximately the same as we got above, 3.31 into 10 to the power minus 19. We got minus 19 joule. Very much similar to the above one. Now the question doesn't get the end here. We have to calculate for 1 mole. So for 1 mole, what we are supposed to do? We have to multiply the value of E with the 1 mole of particles. So total E here becomes, total energy for 1 mole is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into the value of 1 particle or 1 quanta. Then it comes out 1 photon. Then it comes out to be 3.31 into 10 to the power minus 19. We have just calculated it. So multiplying both these values, we will get the answer as 19.951 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so we have to calculate first E for one quanta and then for 1 mole of quantas, 1 mole of photons. That is, we are talking about the photons here. So now we come to the third question. Third, which has a higher energy? A photon of red light with the wavelength. Now, it is a very simple question. No need to calculate anything here. Just apply the logic. Wavelength of red light. It is given at 7500 Armstrong. Now, the wavelength of green light. What the wavelength of green light is given is 5250 Armstrong. Now, in this case, they haven't asked you much detail. They haven't asked you the calculation part. They have asked you which has higher energy. So, just now we have done in the Planck's theory that energy is inversely related to lambda. The one which is having higher lambda, more wavelength, is going to have the lesser energy. And the one which is having the lesser wavelength is going to have the higher energy. So you can easily see that the wavelength of green light is less. The wavelength of green light is less. So what does it mean? It means the energy of green light is more than energy of red light. The photon which is having the red light, but its wavelength is more, so its energy is going to be lesser. So it is just a logical question if we are having the view of energy inversely related with lambda. So now come to the next fourth question. Now in the fourth question, now this question, students, as soon as you read this question, you will get the topic of power that you have read in class 10. So a 100-watt bulb, that is the power is given. 100-watt bulb emits monochromatic light, that is a single, mono means single color. Monochromatic light of wavelength 400 nanometer. The lambda is given as 400 nanometer. As soon as the conversion factors are there, do it at the same point, 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And this time you have to calculate the number of the particles which will be emitted per second by the bulb. So first of all, what is watt here? How can we convert it into joule? So dear students, you must be remembering that 100 watt can also be represented as 100 joule second inverse. Okay, so it means in 1 second 100 joule of energy is given out. So the energy is given. So we can take energy as 100 joule. Energy is equal to, and we have to calculate N. So why not to put the formula that we studied in the third point of the Planck's theory, that E is equal to NH nu. So E is given as 100. E is given as 100 here. And what about N? N we have to calculate. E is given as 100 and we have to calculate H. The value of H is to be learned by you. 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. And what about C? It is again the term that you must be remembering. 3 into 10 to the power 8. And what about lambda? Lambda is also given in the question. All the things are just in front of you, but you have to calculate only. So now, what about N? So N is equal to 100 into 400, that is the lambda part, into 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power 8. So there is lot of powers of 10 and the numbers. Then you have to calculate N now. Now the case of N, when you put all these values and you will calculate it, you will get it as 2.012 into 10 to the power 20 numbers of photon in each second. So in each second, the number of the photon that would be provided will be 2.012 in 1 second or per second. So the number of the photons per second can be calculated. So what is N here? It is number of photons in 1 second. The answer is calculated as 2.012 into 10 to the power 20 per second. Now, let us come to the other question. I hope everything is very clear to you. Now, let us come to the other question, that is question number 5. Calculate the wavelength of a photon in Armstrong units having energy of 1 electrovolt. So energy is equal to 1 electrovolt, which is equal to 1.609 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So energy needs to be converted from electrovolt to joule. Now we have to calculate lambda. Lambda is question mark here. The wavelength is question mark. Now nothing much important has to be done. It is just the application of the topic E is equal to hc by lambda. So now putting the values for hc and lambda. Lambda we have to calculate. The value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. The value of c is 3 into 10 to the power 8, and the value of lambda that we have to calculate. So now lambda is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon 1.609 into 10 to the power minus 90. So now students, we will get the answer after calculation is 12.40 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter. But since the question is asked in Armstrong units, so we have to convert it into Armstrong unit also. So the value in Armstrong becomes 12.40 into 10 to the power 3 Armstrong. So now we have calculated the wavelength of photon in Armstrong units. Now let's move to the next question. Now in the sixth question, we have to calculate the energy of photon of a light having frequency. Now in question number 6. Planck's theory is very simple and the numericals are very direct, based on direct concept. Now energy has to be calculated. Frequency is given 3 into 10 to the power 15 second inverse. So apply the formula. E is equal to h nu. No conversion is needed here. Energy the value of h 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. Then the value of nu 3 into 10 to the power 15. Now what we will do? We will do the calculation and would adjust all the powers of the 10, the power of the 10. So what the answer that we would be getting is, do the proper calculation part also. It is 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 18 joule. So the energy associated is obtained as 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 18 joule. Now moving to the last numerical of this topic, that is answer 7. Calculate and compare. Read the question very carefully. Calculate and compare the energies of two radiations. One is having the wavelength of 800 nanometer and the other is having the wavelength of 400 nanometer. So students, we are not only supposed to calculate the energy, we have to compare it also. So remember, don't be in a hurry while doing the answer. Calculate and compare, both the words are there. So E1, let us consider it as lambda 1. E1 is equal to hc upon lambda 1. H is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 upon lambda 1, which is 800 into 10 to the power minus 9, and also substitute the value of c, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, and now in case of E2, when we talk about E2, that is hc upon lambda 2, the value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34, the value of c 3 into 10 to the power 8, and the value of lambda 2 is 400 into 10 to the power minus 9. So now calculating both the values separately, in the very first case, you will get the answer as 2.48. The simplified calculation is 2.48 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule, minus 34. So we will get the value as minus 19 joule. And in case of E2, the value obtained is somewhat double of the first value. It is approximately 4.91 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So the calculation part is over. Now what we are supposed to do, the next one, the next part associated is compare the energies. So comparing E1 upon E2, that is 2.48 into 10 to the power minus 19 upon 4.91 into 10 to the power minus 19, we will simply get the value as approximately 1 by 2, or what we can write it here as E2 is equal to 2 times of E1. So comparing the value means substituting the values of both and finding out the ratio between them. So this was all about the Planck's constant. Hope you have gone through the topic very well and do all the numericals in your copy. Now, after this, we will be having another session, another lecture that is about the Bohr's theory. So we will meet in that lecture. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.